Finishing up work on the final drive, install the oil pan and the final cap. Got an issue with the brakes. These brakes appear to be very, very snug. The linkage is correct, I believe, but they're obviously going to be rubbing against the drum, and I don't know if it's the right size brake pads or not. That's what the book called for, and even on this other drum, they're without the linkage even installed, they're very tight. So I'll probably go into a tractor forum site and get some opinions, and when we get that taken care of, we'll mount the final drive onto the differential shaft housing. All for now. Having some trouble getting the brake liners to fit properly over the drum, brake drum. I have the previous one I installed, it was so tight I couldn't even rotate the axle. So at first I thought, well, heck, maybe they sent me the wrong size. But thankfully I kept one of the old ones, not that bad a shape. The other one's disintegrated, if you recall from previous videos. And it is an exact match. So I concluded that I have a problem with the brake liner and the little toggle. So what I did was I put this thing in my press to press the toggle down, and if I let this off you can see it come up, and it didn't come up near as much as it had before. So I think maybe by me applying pressure onto the toggle to expand the brake lining, that may do the trick. But let me give this a try and I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, that seemed to have done the trick. I can now at least rotate the thing. It's still a lot of pressure on the pad, and I really don't know what the school solution is to how much pressure should be on the pad. But at least I got rotation now, and the toggle is fully depressed onto the drum, where before it was not. It was riding way up here, so expanding the the pad with the press was a success. So what I'm going to do for the next one, I'll just make sure that I manually stretch this thing out before I install it. But it was a good call to keep the old band to match it up, and using the drum off the other drive as a form to press out that toggle was actually a good idea. So I'm going to see if we can't hoist this thing over to the tractor and see if we can get it buttoned up to the differential shaft housing. All right, final drive's installed without incident. One thing I noticed before I installed everything was the brake linkage. It's been rusted and painted where we'd never be able to adjust it. It was on the tractor. Before I installed it, I put the thing in a vise and loosen the connections. So now if I need to adjust it, I can. So that's a good tip for anyone doing this kind of work. And I did have a casualty. My brand new sandblaster gun. I stripped off the threads off the nozzle, attempting to replace one of the nozzles. So not very durable thing. Is made out of cheap aluminum. So I'll find something better suited so I can continue my sandblasting efforts. Well, that's all for today. I'll do some more work on this tractor sometime later this week. The next event will be to disassemble the other final drive and get it restored. And I'll see you guys later.